Apple newsfeed just today from an Australian newspaper. Global warming, soaring temps plus fiery graphics. God, look at those flames. Sweltering temperatures fed. That's fed. Not caused. Fed. A bit less specific. By global warming, costing $423 billion over 40 years. So that's $423 billion over 40. That's not each year. So is that really such a big number for an emergency? Well, during the COVID emergency, $281 billion in less than 2 years, from November to February 2022 on QE. It's quantitative easing. They now dress it up as bond purchasing because QE's getting a bit of a bad rap now, and they don't want it to sound that bad. So another $188 billion for the TFF over pretty much the same period. We're at $469 billion. That's $46 billion more, and that's in only 2 years, not 4 years. When you're comparing emergencies, global warming, well, that's on an annual basis. That's a 95% discount. And people might think, well, COVID only happened once. Oh, have you been reading the headlines over in the States recently? It'll be coming back. Watch Jimmy Dore play Alex Jones' clip where he talks about how they're bringing it back so that they can have an emergency for the mail-in ballots for the 2024 presidential election. So at the top of the report, which forecast, that's a 6 intergenerational report. Anyway, they're looking at fiscal threats posed by higher temperatures. What are the temperatures? Apparently 2 degrees, according to the Paris Climate Agreement. Now, they want to be as far below as 2 degrees as possible. Well, that could even go like less than zero. Well, they can lower the temperature by 2 degrees. Let's hope they can do that. The point being, of course, that they're being intentionally vague. This might take you by surprise, as it did me, given the headlines. It's only actually between $135 billion and $423 billion. $423 billion is the worst case scenario. They didn't put that in the headline. As usual, people only remember the headline. That's all they really want. When you want to have a story with accurate information, but you want to deceive people into believing something different. So the discount now is not just 95. When you plug in $135 billion, it drops it down to 99%. Given Australia's GDP is up around the $2 trillion mark, we're looking at between 0.2 and 0.5% impact on the GDP. Dear God. Well, this is from the 6th intergenerational report. They actually missed one out. It's supposed to be every 5 years, I think, but they decided to go 10 years without having one. Perhaps they didn't want people to get alarmed at the way things were heading, and they sort of were forced to. Anyway, it's full of propaganda, as you're about to see, but I will have a look at it. The article did continue, but with nonsense that the beaches are going to disappear. You know, they may disappear as continents move over the next, a billion years, but I don't think they're going to disappear in the next 40 years, which is what that report was based on. So there was more to the article. I'm not going to continue with that. So I'll make it, that's it for this one.